Good afternoon. It's October 31st, 2023, and today we have an uptrend day. Again, I'm got to get this done an hour before market close, so a lot can happen between now and then, but I just want to get back into the rhythm of making these because I missed a few days last week. So here's what the chart is looking like right now. So I think this is the downward channel. I think before I had it tighter, like this, and had the overshoot down here. But I think now I'm thinking that it is right here off of these lows, and then we get a touch there, and you can see the midline prices responding to it. And now I actually had this as like a gap over, so. The gap's over and we've overshot it, and perhaps we'll get a break now. So who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But let's take a look. So we had a move up in the overnight, pretty bullish move, and I think 5 o'clock came in and it looked like it was just it looks like it's just going sideways. We've had a few strong bull moves, so it's pretty normal that it's going sideways. And then we break through the EMA, and you get a second entry short off of this trend line. I like that. It just gets you a scalp before coming right back to where your stop would be. So it doesn't go very far, and that's normal. This is the first time we really had a strong break through the EMA, so it's normal for prices to try and get back above the EMA, and you can see it barely did right after the open before selling off a little bit. And unfortunately, there's no way to get in on this long. There's a double test right there, but it's all dojis, and bias was up. So I mean, you could take that thinking that we'll correct to the midline. I think that's a reasonable thing. I'm seeing now that we got a body gap over the midline right there, and that basically that explains why people were taking profits up here. Well, there's a gap, so people treated that as, are we going to get a measured move? And that's exactly what happened. So. Anyways, we sell off. You get a lot of overlap here and a couple legs to a new low before it reverses. I don't see anything to get long, unfortunately, here. But now we have some buying and some bullish momentum. We find resistance at the opening price. Slight overshoot leads to a break, and then you get this double top. So, I mean, you might take that. It ends up, we get a repeat pattern of that right here. First entry failed, second entry long, but you're going right into support. I don't think you can take that. And you do get a second entry short right there. Maybe you're looking at that. I mean, signal bar is not great, but there is room to the lows. And I like that we just had three. I think I might mark that red. We just had two bearish dojis off of the trend channel, a bear bar, and then this bearish doji, lower high. Room to these lows, so I like that, because if this is a midline of this move, I feel like it would have bounced on this bar. So I like that. You got an overshoot, leads to a break, a lot of buying. First entry, second entry. You got this doji here, though, and then your signal bar is a doji, so I'm not crazy about it. But with a strong bullish move here, strong bullish move here, I kind of like that. And you do get a second leg up, and we make this double top, and it starts selling off a little, but really just going sideways. I wasn't really looking at this as, I wasn't putting much weight on this trend down. it looked and felt more like a range. You know, we're flip-flopping on both sides of the EMA, but it's something to think about and keep in mind. You get this second entry long, first entry, second entry. Maybe you take that. You're buying low, so it's decent enough strategy. And then we find congestion here, and then we break out. And you get this lower high. And really, that's a second entry short, too. Actually, the second entry is right there. But you could look at this as a double bottom, first entry, second entry. I like this a lot. You're selling high. It looks like a trap, and that's what it is. Unfortunately, you probably would have gotten any runners stopped out here before it goes lower. So we make a new low on this channel, and then we reverse out, and you do get a first entry, failed second entry short. And maybe you take that, but that's like in the middle of this range, so not crazy about that. It goes high, sells off right here again, and then you get a huge bullish bar. You're buying low. I think that is worth the risk, and that forms this like spike and channel up. I mean, I drew it like this, but you know that we could be working something like this. That looks pretty good. So, and actually I had it drawn. I had this drawn earlier, but I took it away, and I had that as the midline. And so you can see that's probably what it is. You should probably keep it like that. So we've had a second overshoot, third overshoot. So we'll see. We'll probably get some pullback soon, but we could just break out higher. So you get that, and then you get this trap. All I can say is that I like this as a trap. The bulls look stronger than the bears. And, you know, just when everyone's getting used to this range, that's what happens. They trap you out. So maybe you take that, a little aggressive. Forms a spike and channel. I don't see any way to get in on it here at confirmation. You do get a first entry, failed second entry short, but you're going right into resistance. So, and that's a new low, and you get a first entry, failed second entry short. So maybe you take that one. And if you don't take that one, well, you get a second entry long right there. You get a second entry long right here. Well, this one really just looks like a second entry long, but and we come up to the highs of the channel. You get a sell-off, people taking profits. And maybe look at this as a double bottom, first entry, failed second entry short. Technically, it's not, though. And that brings us to right now where we're at the highs of the channel. So hard to say what's going to happen, but that's how I saw it today. Hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.